I want my films to do exactly what I wanted my art to do, my graffiti to do, was to inspire someone else to get into graffiti. Hopefully the stories that I tell in my films can help people and direct them to a better decision.
The city of Baltimore homes Curtis Wilson, a creative mind that once brought his cans of paint to meet brick walls.
It was a store that I went to when I was in high school called Pedestrian. A lot of graffiti artists would come through PEDX and grab their materials, their t-shirts, hats, just a whole entire community of artists. By being social and meeting other artists, just made me like want to jump right in and try my own thing.
Graffiti is a culture that demands originality, especially when figuring out a name.
So I was in school, maybe like a social studies class, just telling myself I needed to come up with something just easy to write. I didn't want nothing complicated that had a crazy meaning or be just too left. I just wanted to like be something original also. That's the most important thing. So it just came up with Coles and ran with it. Like once you choose something, you start like putting a lot of thought into it. You can't turn back. C, because my first name starts with C. The O, because it's easy to write those. Z, both of my sisters' names start with Z, and I thought that would have been a challenge to like try to draw Z's in like different forms and like shapes. And E, because most graffiti names ended with E, and that's what you should end it on, 4 letters. Around Christmas time. It's cold as I don't know what. And this dude, like I guess he worked for like the light rail that was near where we were painting. And he like looked like he was some type of security, but he just like surprised us like, hey. And he actually like ended up asking us like several questions about like our art and stuff. Sometimes it ain't all about the being mischievous all the time. It can be something that can be like, well, it should be something that could be done in public, you know.
Roadway tunnels and brick walls weren't the only surfaces that felt the hiss from Curtis's spray cans.
It's amazing that put a lot of focus into being the best city bus vandalizer. A lot of people don't say nothing most of the time. It was like a challenge, kind of. Like me and Skay, we would like go downtown where all the buses are, like where in the inner city where they all meet up, and like it's kind of a buses everywhere in traffic. We literally get an all-day pass, swipe, get on the bus, right on it, get off. There's a bus right behind the bus. Swipe, get on that one, right on. It was like we did so many buses in one day.
With graffiti not offering many opportunities or rewards and responsibilities beginning to add up, Curtis had to choose a different path for his life.
I was originally in electrical engineering school, and I couldn't express myself like the way that I needed. Like I wore the same uniform as everyone else.
Unhappy with his new path, Curtis managed to escape from all creative confinement to find film.
Got my camera and it came in the mail. I was so excited like to just read the manual, get some practice shots in, you know, just like see what exactly this machine does that I've been like anticipating for so long. Like what is it that this can do and how can I push it as far as I want to and manipulate it in a way that I can express myself visually or something. Yeah, but I got the camera and it was like kind of a overcast day. It probably would have rained, but I packed the camera up. I couldn't like even wait. And I went to like this wooded area and I just wanted to like just get more environment shots at the time. I didn't want to have no model or subject. I just wanted a wide open environment so I can see exactly how the images will look in this camera. But this day just like was so cloudy and it started raining, so I had to like find shelter under some trees, like kind of made me feel the same way like about doing the graffiti because you're initially in a certain location. I think that my first video shoot was my favorite. It was the video like that I was doing it when my ambition like for being like innovative was at an all-time high. Like, I would try anything to just make the video look cool.
Film is not a hobby replacement for Curtis, and nor is it just a creative outlet. He has ideas and aspirations to fulfill in the future.
I want my films to do exactly what I wanted my art to do, my graffiti to do, was to inspire someone else to get into graffiti. Hopefully the stories that I tell in my films can help people and direct them to a better decision, I guess.